All right, y'all. So today we got a support DPS hybrid tank Valby build. Good for any content. You never got to switch the build. This thing is going to absolutely take you through anything. You won't be dying. You won't be struggling. Shit will be dying around you and it'll do everything for you. Now, guys, all I need from you is a sub on this video, a like on this video. I'm almost at 3K subs. 3K subs. I'm trying to get there before the end of the month. Please help me out, y'all. Please help me out. Let me know what you guys want to see, what kind of guides you guys want. I will literally do anything. I play the game as much as I can. I don't get like all day to play, but I play as much as I can. So I do play a lot and I do be making a lot of builds. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the build video. First things first, let's start off with our reactor. We're going fusion on this build, and I'm gonna show you guys a really cool interaction with her first ability that no one talks about. We're going fusion. What you want for your attributes on your fusion reactor is going to be skill cost or skill cooldown. You can go non-attribute damage. You can go fusion damage. You can even go crit damage if you want, but mainly try to get a gold skill cost or gold skill cooldown or the both, but you can mix it up with any of those combinations I said, anything that benefits the build. Don't go too crazy like trying to farm forever, and the farm for this puppy sucks this week. Unless you go into like the other farm, I think it's for tactical rifle and things like that, but it's up to y'all, whatever you guys want. Just get a fusion reactor and whatever strong weapon you have. If your strongest weapon is a tamer, then obviously you want to get a general rounds one, and if your strongest weapon is Greg's reverse fate, you want to get the little special rounds one or whatever it is. So go based off your gun. I'm using a python. You don't need a python. Also, pythons chew through ammo like crazy and they don't have high crit damage or crit rate, so maybe a better gun than a python would be something like a Greg's reverse fate or something along those lines. Okay, for your components, you're going to go into max HP, max MP all the way down. That's going to help you out with your build. As much max HP and MP as you can the whole way down. That's what we're aiming for. Getting into our modules, this build will work on ultimate Valby or regular Valby, so works out for you guys, but you will need supply moisture. The build works perfectly fine without supply moisture. Supply moisture is just going to give you and your team extra damage. Obviously worth having, but it is going to be a mana hungry build. So without supply moisture, you don't run into the mana hungry problem. Still an excellent, amazing build, but if you have supply moisture, it gives you extra damage, but you do start running into mana problems. So if you don't want to run out of mana, don't run supply moisture. If you don't care about the extra damage, up to you. Let's get into the build. Frugal mindset is going to give us skill cost. Like I said, mana hungry build. Range is going to allow us to keep our our water on the floor longer. It's going to allow us to kill mobs easier. Range is going to be perfect for this build. Skill power modifier is going to modify the damage of our dots on our first ability. We're going fusion, y'all. Our first ability is fusion. Focus on fusion is going to give us a little bit of cooldown. It's only like 0.6 or 0.8 seconds of cooldown, but it is skill power modifier. Works out perfect for us. Next up, we're going into MP conversion for some more cooldown. Obviously, this decreases our max MP and we are mana hungry, but I did try to slot in time distribution. It just didn't work out for me, so I still swapped back to MP conversion. Next up, skill expansion is going to give us more range. Keeping our puddles on the floor is going to be ideal. No matter what content you're doing, you want as much puddles on the floor for you and your team to have a little easier access to supply moisture. After that, you're going to increase HP. Obviously, you're going to increase HP for more tankiness. You're going battle of stamina, more HP, and a little bit of duration. The duration does convert into damage as your dots will last a little bit longer. The longer your dot lasts on an enemy, the more damage you have, the more times you can stack the dot. So yeah, battle of stamina is what I went. If you wanted to, if you didn't want to be as tanky as we are and you're like, hey, I can survive with just one increased HP or whatever, you could remove this for a DPS mod. Whatever DPS mod you want to slot there would be totally up to you. You could do crit damage, you could do crit chance. It's totally up to you guys. Find another DPS mod to slot there, and that's how you would swap that out. But me personally, I like to be tanky, I like to be tanky when I'm going with like a tanky support character. Next up, we're going skill duration with skill extension. We're going fusion master for some more skill power and some more fusion skill power modifier, once again enhancing our dot damage. Then we're going nimble fingers for skill cooldown, and then dangerous ambush. Now, if you have the decimator mod and you want to go into a mobbing build, you could swap dangerous ambush out with decimator, or you can swap it out with lethal infection for a little bit extra damage, but Me personally, I don't like those conditional mods like that, so I just leave Dangerous Ambush on there. But all of these 3 mods fit into that same slot, so you can just kind of play with it how you want, see which one works best for you. Obviously, just whatever you want here, max it out for extra space. And that is your module setup, guys. That's literally it. It's going to give you tank, it's going to give you support, it's going to give you damage. You're going to have everything you need. And yeah, let's get into how to play the build. Now, Valby's biggest problem, and I think everyone can agree, is going to be her single target damage is not there. Unless you play the build like this. Actually, let's do one. If you play the build like this, she will have single target damage, and I'm going to show you guys exactly why. Now, Valby's first, well, obviously you're going to want supply moisture on the ground. Standing in any kind of water is going to give you extra crit damage or crit chance and crit chance on your weapons. It's also going to give you some skill duration. So yeah, make sure you guys are standing in water when you're playing the build. Now, your first ability, the reason we spec into fusion is going to be for that first ability. Let me show you guys a tech with Valby no one talks about, and I don't know why. First thing you got to know is every one of those bounces you can think of as its own separate big old circle on the ground. Every bounce will be its own circle. What we use that knowledge for is this. When you bounce the ball and hit an enemy, it instantly gives you 3 ticks of damage. 3 ticks, because you have the tick that hit them, you have the 2 ticks from being a dot, and that's it. You get 3 ticks instantly. With her first ability, as long as the ability is off cooldown, you can spam this as many times as you want, guys. It literally will infinitely stack as long as you have it off cooldown. This enhances her single target damage like crazy. Like crazy, y'all. This gives you so much single target damage. It melts like any regular big mob or any elite enemy will melt them. Like, stacks up hella damage. The reason I don't go for this is we can't shoot our guns when we're doing this. You cannot shoot guns, right? You can shoot guns when you're throwing out that one, though. You can throw the one, shoot your gun, throw the one, shoot your gun, like boom, throw that, shoot up. Oh, now when we ain't got no bullets, shoot it up, boom, throw that, boom, shoot it up. It allows you to have multiple forms of DPS going at the same time versus just going like this and sliding around. Your third ability will still kill mobs perfectly fine with this build, guys. Perfectly fine. Obviously not going to kill elites, and that's when you just throw the puddle at them. Just throw the puddle at them, let it contact them. That's 3 dots on the elite instantly. No one talks about this, but it obviously is scaling damage, and the longer duration, the longer the dots last, the more dots you can stack. Super good. The more cooldown as well. Super duper duper slept on mod, guys. Super duper slept on ability. I personally think fusion damage is the way to go on her. I could obviously get more damage by leveling up my reactor, getting a better reactor, but fusion damage, in my opinion, is the way to go on her. Her second ability is going to give us a teleport and put a bunch of water down. In my opinion, the animation on this ability takes way too long. Personally think the ability sucks, but yeah, if you could use that ability in the sky, I feel like it would be a lot better if you can like come here and then use it for mobility to teleport there, but you can't. So having to be grounded on the floor and then aim it and all that shit, boo. Third ability, super good, gives you defense, gives you liquefied, would let you pass through enemies like this. Super duper good ability. Do not sleep on that third ability. That's going to be your main go-to for big mobbing groups, and you'll just be kind of floating around. Anytime it comes off cooldown, just throw back one of those and go back to floating. Throw back one of those, back to floating. It's going to always be off cooldown pretty much with the setup and the duration, so you never have to worry about it not being on cooldown. You just have to worry about not having mana. But look at the puddles you can make. Like you can make some big ass water areas with this build. All right, guys, so now let's get into the fourth ability and why you should never use this ability. Pulling out this big ass fucking rocket bubble gun is ass cheeks. Like, we don't want that. It's gonna suck enemies in, but it doesn't really do much damage. Like, it's so trash. Let's just stop going over and put it away. This is my go-to Valby build for all content, for supporting my team, for doing damage. I love this build. Like, this is my go-to build. So yeah, y'all do with that information what you will. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys a little example of playing the build here at the end. So if you just came to see the build, that's the build, y'all. Try it out. I promise you will have fun. You can use it on regular or ultimate Valby. If you want to stick around and watch me play the build so I can showcase to you guys that it actually does work, stick around. I really do appreciate you guys for sticking around and supporting my channel. Help me get to 3K, please, guys. I really would appreciate that. I'm sticking with the first Descendant, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're tuning out right now, Have a wonderful day. Stay fit, stay active, y'all. And if you're watching, let's get straight into it. All right, we finna go holler at the Molten Fortress real quick. He has my Decimator mod. I just haven't picked it up yet. All right, y'all, we here up in the Molten Fortress. If y'all been playing the Molten Fortress, you already know, bruh. The problem here is not even the fucking boss, man. It's your teammates not doing the mechanics. Let's be real, but it's all good. It's all good. I think survivability is the biggest thing in these fights and the mechanics, but yeah, it's a challenge every time you join in because you're like, is this gonna be a good run or is this gonna be a bad run? Like, you gotta kind of wing it, you know? When I'm playing Valby, I like to just start throwing down my water so people can start getting that supplied moisture. And then obviously we start stacking that thing up on the boss a little bit. Oh, hell no, they finna break this. Fucking Valby's, bro. Or Valby's. What is that character called, bro? Leave me alone, I'm thinking. I forgot her name. Play. Damn, he's already in his phase. These people look like they know what they're doing. So this might not be the best showcase of the build, but I do like to show it in group fights. I kind of just load into a fight and just wing it from there. So if it goes south, y'all know that I wasn't bullshitting y'all. Oh, I'm stupid. This is a realistic like playthrough of the build, so y'all can just see what it's capable of. Let's say it starts going south, I wouldn't be the one dying for sure because I have a lot of health. But you do got to do the mechanics, y'all. Do the mechanics. If you need help with the mechanics, if y'all need me to start uploading you know, how-tos for the mechanics, I'll do that too, bro. Like, I got y'all. We all finna prosper over here. I just need my team to get that last one right there. Try to get the balls for them. I'm out of ammo. I can't wait to build up another gun, bro. I'm so tired of the Python running out of ammo. I was gonna build Enzo just for that. All right, so the boss should die here. Let me give these GUIYS some crit damage. I love Valby with the fucking supply moisture because you could just pull out any gun and start critting a whole bunch. Unfortunate. Oh, there goes some ammo. I'm like, unfortunately, we're not getting ammo though. Oh, we got people dying. And as y'all can see, like, I'm kind of getting hit by the damage and stuff, so I'm tanky with this build. I can survive whatever. Like, everything is all good. As he gets closer to being at enraged, I'm gonna go revive people, bro. As he gets closer to his enraged phase is when I will go grapple onto him and shit. Yeah, I rarely die with this build, honestly. I missed the boss. All right, so right now he's down. Oh, he didn't go down because they just did that. Now he's gonna go into his enrage again. That's the worst thing, bro, when people do that, because he's gonna enrage again and we can't stop it. That sucks, man. We're gonna have to do another enrage phase. All right, but it's all good. Let's run it. This one's gonna take a long time. I'm actually gonna pull out my other gun for this phase because I don't want to waste ammo. I'm about to die. It's all good. They need something like the Red Death from Destiny. That shit used to give you health on crit or something like that. Or just with the burst, I think you would get health. Hey, all right, so now he's gonna die. But yeah, make sure when y'all are fighting the boss finna enrage, don't break the part, bro. We need that to enrage the boss, please. And we're just gonna stack a couple of crits up on him. And yeah, we're gonna go to work. Yeah, he's for sure dead. Let's go ahead and hit that weak point up. And that was maybe like 4 minutes, something like that. Hopefully he drops me my mod though. Yeah, so as you can see, it's hard to tell in the public lobbies how good a build is or not. That's why I like to show y'all public. I like to show y'all solo, pretty much everything, so y'all can understand that the build is good. I've tried it in everything already, right? So yeah, let's go on into another fight. All right, last up, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all that this build is perfectly capable of mobbing just fine still. This is one of the more popular farms right now here in the White Knight Gulch. yeah, you guys never have to switch this build up. It'll literally do anything. It'll do support, it'll do damage, literally anything. So yeah, you're still tanky because of all the health, as well as being able to use your 3 for being tanky. This build is perfect, guys. It'll do everything for you. But let me showcase it in case y'all worried that like a support build can't do damage. This one definitely can. This one definitely can. This ain't your regular support build. This is a King Rich support build. Let's run it. Yeah, maybe I won't do the full run because it's gonna take 10 minutes for the full run, but I'll just showcase it to you guys a little bit. That way you can see, like, I ain't bullshitting y'all. I know our health is getting low there, but don't worry about that. We had to press all those panels. And yeah, we're just gonna start laying down this water, and that's pretty much it. Everything will start dying. Go back over here, pick up some health, and just start laying down the water everywhere. You have hella duration, like you can stay in your water for a super long time. And as you can see, I'm not spec'd out for the water at all, but the water is still killing all of the mobs. Like, if the water ever doesn't, you can always throw the ball down, and anything that spawns on that ball will take 2 hits of damage, or 2 different ticks, and take your higher DPS tick. If you run into an elite, just throw the higher DPS at them. That's literally it, guys. You can get so much water everywhere by doing that, or just by throwing out your little dots or whatever you want to do. Super versatile build, super easy to play. And as you can see, once you're actively playing the build, like hella tanky, you're probably not going to die. Like, this build is super duper good, guys, capable of anything. And that's pretty much it. Let's wait for some elites to come out so I can show you guys how fast they die. Also, are you guys even running this farm still? It's super good. I still run this farm sometimes, like depending on the module drop for the week, or if I just want to go and get some Kuiper and some gold, I'll still run this thing because yeah, it's really, really good still, even though oh, there goes an elite. So let's let our bubble stay up. You can see the regular dot not doing much. Look, when we put that one on them, boom, they're going to start ticking down super fast. And that's all there is to it. Obviously, this is a hybrid build, so you would still want to use your guns, but you don't have to for a lot of the elites in the game. Like, this build is going to melt them, and you could just keep stacking those dots. That was just one dot, so here goes another one, right? Now let's say I went back into my thing. Let's say I did that dot, and let's say waited for another cooldown. Obviously, if I shoot him, he's going to die really fast, but now he has 2 dots. Look how fast, just melts. You can just stack those dots up on top of each other, y'all, like constantly stacking those things every 3 seconds, I believe it is, and you can get more cooldown if you really wanted to. But I personally don't think it is necessary unless you wanted to run it on your reactor. Running cooldown on your reactor is a perfectly valid option, but it's totally up to y'all. That's pretty much it for the build showcase, guys. Like, it does everything. You don't need anything else with this build. Please drop a like or a sub if you guys appreciated this video or appreciated my time. Also, this build did cost me $20. I'm not gonna lie, I had to get crystallizations and shit. I ran out, but I really wanted to get this out to you guys because I know Ultimate Valby is new, and a lot of the content creators are just building straight into crit and shit when it's not necessary, and it's a waste of space, and it's also a waste of you having to reform a bunch of slots. If you've noticed a trend with my builds, they're kind of like stopping you from having to always reforma and all of that shit, even though they're putting that in the game. It's just a waste of money and time. Like, let's just make builds that work overall, and that's it. If y'all enjoyed this, drop a like, drop a sub. Appreciate you guys. Stay active, man. Have a wonderful day and stay positive out there. Peace out.